And I see a lot of editors and chiefs of all kinds of publications saying like all kinds of things. But at the end of the day, they're still pulling a fucking paycheck, and our employees are not. You spoke about Sushi Noz during the thing. Tell me about, because we spoke a little bit before we were recording, about the process of Fooq's during all this too, and how and why you decided to shut down Fooq's finally. Yeah, and just do a pop-up because you're doing currently a pop-up.
We've been doing pop-ups. It was March, January to March was my best year-over-year 90-day period.
Me too.
By like 30%.
Yeah, me too. Fuck.
I was on pace to just blow anything out of the water.
I thought I was actually gonna be able to take a paycheck.
Me too, man.
Yeah.
I was like fucking ready to laugh my way to the bank until this shit hit. Actually, believe it or not, until like when I closed, I still had a line out the door.
Well, that's good. That's because
like
people like the product.
Was in the neighborhood, and we were doing like 100 covers on the Tuesday. It was madness, and I had to close. And I tried to do different things. I tried to get inspired by some of the people who I look up to, like Dan Barber at Blue Hill, and tried to put my team to work and do these cool different food boxes, pork boxes, beef boxes, pasta boxes, kind of meal kit type things. And that was okay. You know, we sold a few, but not enough to pay the bills. And delivery was okay, but again, you know, not enough to pay the bills.
Especially not when you're giving someone 30%.
Yeah, especially not when you're doing that. And after finally the government decided to show up,
yep,
where I think we were all pretty jazzed up about, I kind of a little bit upset that they couldn't figure out how to roll it out in the right way, because I ended up spending all the money in a way that I didn't even need to spend it, because they ended up changing the rules, but by the time they changed the rules, I'd spent all the money.
Right.
Trying to abide by the rules.
Right.
So, you know, they obviously dropped the ball on that front, but, you know, at least they gave us a shot. And I tried to open, and basically, like, right after I opened, we got hit with BLM riots in the neighborhood. They started, you know, blowing up cop cars and tear gassing the restaurants, and basically mandatory shutting us down because there was like legitimate threats.
How many days in a row were you mandatorily shut down because of riots?
10 out of 20 days we were mandatory shut down. And as you know, like shutting down one day when you're supposed to be open and you have people on salary is obviously not even fun, let alone 10 when you're reeling off of having been closed for 3 months.
Right.
So that was kind of just like the last straw for me. I got tear gassed one night, and I was just like, I have enough of this. I got to find a way to stick around because I know that I have something valuable here and something that's financially manageable in normal times. And I got government support that paid rent for a while. So at that point, it was just about finding a way to take care of my staff if I could. And if not, you know, just finding a way to survive. So I started doing some talent scouting, and in came Roel, riding on his white horse again.
God, what a horse.
Right?
Jeez.
And he saved the day, and he introduced me to these guys, Little Laos, Curtis and Sakone, that were doing a really cool job selling Laotian food out of this place on 60th Street and 2nd Ave. And I walked into the kitchen one day and had a couple of his pieces of food and watched him work, and immediately knew that this guy was just not getting the love that he deserved. And I gave him and his wife an opportunity to come and use my kitchen as a delivery-only takeout ghost kitchen, and it worked really well for 2 months. Paid my bills, made him some money, made a cool friendship that, you know, I actually ate there today for lunch, and very excited for their success. And after a couple months of them ripping it, I took the kitchen back and did a few caterings that I had planned for the month of September. And then in November, I started another pop-up with a girl who was one of my first managers at Fooq's, Lena Gujan. And during COVID, she was slinging pasta sauces by the courts, like little pasta kits in LA when she got let off her job at the Nomad. And she built a really cool little following, and I was kind of like Insta messaging with her the whole time, watching her, and she was watching me. And one day we decided that we wanted to do something together, and at that point, I really had nothing to lose, and I needed to create a cost-efficient, more limited version of what we were doing at Fooq's. And Fooq's, we always had a lot of pasta and wine, and we were pasta wine focused, but it was never like what we really identified with. Natural wine and pasta. Wine always identified with, but we ended up doing that, and we've been running that for about 2 months now. It's been a hit. People love it. The pasta is ridiculously delicious. Gained 10 pounds in the first 3 weeks.
Nice.
Yeah, it was really bad for the gut. My
Right.
girlfriend
only
almost dumped
imagine.
me. Pop Rigatoni a la vodka straight to the
Oof.
fucking veins.
I would do that.
Yeah,
I'm into that.
extra cheese.
Extra cheese. Why not?
And that's been running, and that's running through January 1st. And January 1st, I have a very, very, very exciting concept that I've created and I've been working hard on for the last few months that I can't yet divulge on.
Oh, we can't divulge. Listen, Pancon Podcast is where people divulge information.
Can't divulge yet.
Oh, man, this is horseshit.
But you'll have a follow-up.
Horseshit.
I can let you know that it's going to be the best of what it is in the city.
Okay. It's like, after the commercial break, we'll get more from David Foulquier. Jeez, fuck.
Yeah, I gotta save some
I know, we got to
exciting
give
news.
something for the New Times to actually write an article about.
Right? Otherwise,
I mean,
Zach is going to get really mad at me.
Nah, I mean, Zach is okay. It's all the other ones and all the other places that I can't stand. But, so that's good. I mean, what's
We're
not good.
sticking around. That's what matters.
That is definitely what matters, and I think through 2020 and 2021 is like the people who make it through the storm and that can weather the storm is the most important thing.
Yes.
Because if you're trying to make money, you're shit out of luck. If you're just trying
Maybe
to survive,
1% of the people.
yeah. I mean, I don't know. Florida is in a much better place, at least business wise, than a lot of other places in the country. Because other places have just been shut down.
Right.
We are not shut down. We are operating, and you had dinner here tonight.
Yeah, it was fucking fire.
Thanks. And we continue to do our thing, and hopefully, we can continue to do our thing. We've talked about this before over dinner, privately, but the Michelin star thing was a big thing for you,
Yeah, it was a big thing for me.
and we've talked about it at length because it's also a big thing for me.
Right.
How did that feel?
Wow. That was next level.
Yeah.
I think the most important thing about the Michelin star was not as much the fact that I got it, but that my mom was able to be there when I got handed my Michelin star.
Amazing.
She ended up passing away like 3 months after. So to have her be able to have Danielle actually was there and like tell her, how proud he was of her son and of her and both her son, because my brother's my partner at Sushi Noz, and I think he might be one of the youngest Michelin star recipients ever. He was 24
Amazing.
when he got the Michelin star, or 25. I remember that day I got to shake Thomas Keller's hand, I got to shake Jose Andres' hand, I got to shake all these crazy people's hands and just like be in a room and like have my name up there with like some of my idols. And that was obviously a career-defining moment. I remember my girlfriend picked me up from the airport. I couldn't invite her to the dinner because I had like only a limited amount of tickets to invite people, and she picked me up from the airport with like nice like Michelin Man sign, and it was,
Nice.
it was really special, and I still to this day cherish that. But it was really cool and it was really inspiring. But when you get the taste of one Michelin star, it makes you even want more.
Oh no, I mean, I can only imagine. I often talk about probably the days that I've had too many of these cocktails that I'm having now. It's like if I have one, I'm just gonna like wrap it up. I'm like, I'm fucking out of here. Miami native, Cuban American kid. We can wrap up that 1 star. I'm good. But I know myself, and I know that I'll be like, but 2 sounds real nice.
Sounds real nice.
Yeah, like 2 sounds real nice. I mean, the goal is always 1. And like I told you when we had dinner that day, I mean, I can't tell you congratulations enough times.
Thank you so much, brother.
And I haven't actually been to Sushi Noz. I've only been to New York once in the last 2 years. And we ate at, what was it? It was something stupid like 14 places in 27 hours.
Savage.
I know. It was myself, Justin, and Gio, the
Nice.
Pastelito Papi himself, and we just destroyed New York in like just 20
Next time you
hours.
come, we'll hook you up.
I know. I mean, it's obviously been on my list. I just haven't been back to New York since. So,
Hopefully, you know, New York restaurants open again one day.
I mean, it's incredible to see kind of like the trajectory of places like New York, because it's not just they're shut down obviously for health concerns, but
If I really tell you how I feel about this, I might have like the NYPD on my back.
I mean, listen, I've had cops show up at this establishment because of the shit that I say on here. So don't be shocked, sir, by the things that end up in the ether by Pancom Podcast. But I will tell you that my feeling is that putting people out of business with no plan seems absolutely incredibly irresponsible in so many states. And like, you can outdoor dine in a state that's -6 degrees right now. Like, how the fuck? And it was, and
It's
was
insulting to expect to use that as like a scapegoat. Like, nobody wants to eat outside when it's -6 degrees.
I know.
By the way, people are building these fucking pods
yeah.
that are like more dangerous than eating in a properly ventilated restaurant.
Are they?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
They-
even- the
and
pod-
the worst part about it is people are spending like tens of thousands of dollars building these pods, and then today we had like a foot snowstorm, and every single person had to take them down. Like,
It's just like,
come on.
And
Adding insult to injury.
I think about it, and I feel for those communities so much, because I know how hard we all work, and like how special those communities are.
I had to
Because
fire 10 people 3 days ago, man. 10 people who are like my most loyal, 10 of my most loyal employees.
well, 10 people that help you get that start.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
My
My dishwasher has been with me since day one, and as a kid with cancer, and came from Jamaica 4 years ago with hopes to be able to put his son through Sloan Kettering. By the way, best paid dishwasher in the United States. Guy works 65 hours a day and collects more overtime than anybody you've ever met.
If he wants to move to Miami, I have positions open.
I might take you up on it. Orlando, he was a sheriff in
amazing.
Jamaica, and he's the man. And I had to let the poor guy go. It broke my heart, like, to know that, like, this guy's not going to be able to put food on the table for his son. And, like, at the end of the day, not that he's not smart or can't get other jobs, but it's hard, man. Like, everyone's, like, if this guy's unemployed, it's...
I saw a stat today and it could be wrong. I'm sure Nick will fact check this sometime. Out of every 5 unemployed people, one of which is a restaurant employee.
I would have thought even maybe more.
It's a huge community. It's a huge community of people.
I guess if you count all the tiers of it.
Yeah. I mean,
vendors and...
forget about like from fine dining all the way to fast food. And this shuts down so many people and so many things. And that's why, honestly, like, and I see a lot of editors and chiefs of all kinds of publications saying like all kinds of things. But at the end of the day, they're still pulling a fucking paycheck, and our employees are not.
Right.
And that is the truest statement I think I've ever said on this podcast. Because, like, I don't know. I have Twitter for 3 reasons: sports, food. What's the third? I don't remember what the
Laughing
third.
at Donald Trump.
Politics, because I don't watch TV. So those are the 3 things, right? And the food portion of it is just all inundated with people like almost shaming restaurants for being open. And I look at them and say, what the fuck else are we supposed to do?
Yeah.
There's Roel on his white horse is not going to give us paychecks.
No.
And Joe Biden and Donald Trump on their white horse are not going to give us any more fucking paychecks either.
I'll tell you, though, who does want to give us a paycheck.
Who is that?
City of Miami and Miami-Dade County.
Yeah.
Hey, they put out a couple grants that
I know, and we're on the grants too.
Yeah. I can tell you that that's more money that they've put on the table, whether it ends up in my bank account or not, that even New York State has put on the table. But yeah, man, it's like pretty crazy when you think about it, that states like New York and California are like not giving any support to restaurants and just leaving them on an island to die.
But Gavin Newsom was at the French Laundry 4 weeks ago and having dinner.
Having a blast.
And Nancy Pelosi still gets her hair done,
here in
even
Florida,
though everything's
everybody
closed.
loves to laugh at Florida as a laughing stock because Florida,
I mean,
but at least they're taking care of their businesses.
are trying to. The thing is that
you can only do so much.
I know there's no easy answer to this.
No.
There is no easy answer. There's no like solution. There's no like cut and dry. We need to do this to be successful, to get rid of this problem and also survive. And then the other coin, you have people like, well, you just need to give us money. Oh, okay. So we need to give you money. But I don't know about you. I know for me, a lot of people that were in the industry that are now not in the industry because they're collecting unemployment are not coming back to work either. So there's a lot of difficulties of the whole situation. There's no cut and dry answer. There's no like positive to it.
No.
The only positive is like you were here. There was people here today that were dining. We're doing all we can to keep everyone safe.
Yeah, and you guys are lucky. You have this nice, beautiful outdoor area.
150%. And I've said that.
And by the way, for the record, I have closed indoor dining this whole time. I've taken it upon myself, which you have maybe a little bit of bigger space here. Like Fooq's is 926 square feet.
Small, yeah.
And I have, 4 front of the house employees and 3 back of the house employees at the moment.
I mean, I'm 4 times the size of Fooq's.
Right.
So, and even the restaurant next door. And it's like, we're just incredibly fortunate to have such a gigantic patio.
Yeah, it's huge.
But
we have that too, thank God, which has allowed me to responsibly close indoor dining. But,
right.
Trust me, we all want what's best for our staff,
right.
And for our guests. The last thing I want is to find out that, Fooq's was a super spreader event.
Right.
Some guy came and gave COVID to the whole restaurant and gave COVID to everybody who he came in contact with. So we're obviously doing our best, sanitizer on every table, opening the doors, putting in the HEPA filters, masked up servers, gloved up servers, spending hundreds and hundreds of dollars on masks and hundreds of dollars on PPE equipment,
and gloves.
Everyone wants to be careful.
I know, because everyone wants to keep their job.
Everyone wants to keep their job, but we also knew before COVID how important it was to be sanitary. So people, of course you're gonna have your restaurants that don't give a fuck and are just disgusting and dirty. But anyone who works in this business with any sort of self-respect understands the idea of the highest quality of personal hygiene. We're in the service business. We take food service tests and manager tests, and we need to know all the different things and all the reasons why we have to do things a certain way. So it's kind of insulting to the industry to just kind of just assume that we're just not going to follow the rules.
It's a hard move to assume that we are the problem.
Right.
And I go to the gym almost daily or every other day or whatever it may be, and it's like I see the people in there and I see the people operating those gyms, and I'm just like, man, we're the problem.
Yeah.
And not just that, just overall,
how about airplanes?
Fuck me sideways. You mean the people that got the biggest bailout of anyone possible that doesn't need to pay back 90% of it?
Every seat is full.
I know. Do you want another cocktail?
I'm good. I got to drive home.
So it's I look at it and it's just we employ so many people. And then at the same time, you're also going to shut us down with no plan for the future.
Also employ people who probably can't get other jobs.
I mean, I don't know about you. I know for me personally, maybe I can get another job, but I don't really want another job.
I don't want another job.
And it's and I know a lot of people that this is their profession. This is what they do. Maybe the common person wouldn't think that this is an actual profession, but it is an actual profession that people take years to get very good at.
And go to school for.
I mean, there's layers to it.
Oh, yeah.
It's like an onion. Lots of layers.
Lots.
Right? And right now, I think the onion in lots of cities is fucking rotten. Because they're just casting these people aside and saying, and is there rent relief? Is there stimulus checks mandated by the state? I don't see any of those things. So also, and going back to my Twitter tirade, all these people that write about food are so easily, motivated to speak poorly about what we do, but also equally won't offer any solutions, and they won't. I don't know if they're going to donate their paycheck for your dishwasher that's out of work in New York that's been one of your best employees since day one. They're not going to do that either. And that's why we're in this really fucked state of the world. Right. Because it's we people can have all these opinions, but at the end of the day, we have to work, we have to make money, we have to do something to survive. Get her done. That's to put it lightly, yeah. You got to get her done. So I don't know. I mean,
my restaurant group is called We All Gotta Eat.
Oh, I like that. That's good. Yeah. I like that. We all gotta eat.
I came up with that during COVID.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, I like it.
Yeah. It's a line from a Grateful Dead song.
I'm not shocked by that.
You say to live in, we all gotta eat.
Yeah. I'm not shocked that you picked a Grateful Dead lyric for, yeah.
Well, it's for me, it's like, it is so indicative, you know? It's like, we all gotta do what we gotta do, and we gotta take care, you know? This is my living, and I gotta do what I gotta do, and you gotta respect that. I think that unfortunately we're in this rut, and I keep reading all these sad, articles of restaurant business being doomed forever. And
yeah,
we're losing loyal and faithful workers who are never gonna want to work in the restaurant business. I'd love to think that that's untrue, but it is gonna definitely just take out the legs of a lot of really good independent operators. Like Miami hasn't seen like the full effect of the COVID reckoning yet. I think that we'll definitely see a series of closures probably by the end of the season this year, because I think that no matter what the perception is, everyone's moving to Miami and New York is moving down and New York, California is moving down. Not enough.
Well, I don't look at that as like a saving grace.
No, it's not. You can't. 70% of Miami Beach's tourism is international tourism, and
right.
There's zero of that right now.
Right.
So you do the numbers, you do the math.
That thump you just heard, that was my pen ass hitting the bottom of the table.
Now on 1210 The Man, Romberg's pen ass hits the bottom of the table.
That's going to be our 1210 The Man promo on like every episode.
That was fantastic.